Hello everyone. Welcome to the another lecture of Haloalkenes and Haloarenes. Myself Suman Singh. So it will be the last lecture of this chapter. Okay, and from the next class we will start alcohol. Okay. So now when in the last class we have discussing about the preparation of haloarenes, right, or aryl halides. So here we have seen two to three methods like Sandmeyer reaction we have seen, right. So now today we will see some of the important reactions or preparation which is important for your exam. So we will see that the first one is direct halogenation of aromatic hydrocarbon. So when we talk about the direct halogenation of aromatic carbon, here chloroarenes or chlorobromine, okay, from through this method we can easily prepare chloroarenes and chlorobromine, okay, by direct chlorination or bromination of benzene or other aromatic hydrocarbons, okay. And this reaction is generally carried out in dark, okay, and at ordinary temperature around we can say 310 to 320 Kelvin, okay, and in the presence of Lewis acid, okay, in the presence of Lewis acid and Lewis acids such as FeCl3, FeBr3 or AlCl3, etc. Okay, and always remember that this reaction is also called electrophilic substitution of arenes. Okay, electrophilic substitution of arene. Okay, and here this Lewis acid is behaving as a catalyst. Okay, and this Lewis acid is act as a catalyst, okay, and its function, what is the main function of this Lewis acid is, its function is to carry the halogen to the aromatic hydrocarbons, and is also called what, halogen carrier, okay. And in actual practice when we see, as most of the time we use iron filling in presence of chlorine or bromine are commonly used, okay. These are iron filling are commonly used in the presence of chlorine and bromine. So when you will see the reaction is something like this. As you can see, what we have taken here chlorine and benzene, and it is reacting with this chlorine in presence of this Lewis acid, which is FeCl3 in dark, as you can see. So it is forming what, chlorobenzene, and HCl will come out from here. Same case will be there in this case. As you can see, benzene is reacting with this Br2 in presence of Fe or FeBr3 to form what, bromobenzene, and HBr will come out, right. So this is all about your direct halogenation. And one more thing, here you can see here what we are using when we are using this, okay, when we are using toluene, as you can see. So at that time, when it is reacting with Cl2 in presence of FeCl3, so it is forming what, orthochlorotoluene or para chlorotoluene. I hope you know what is ortho, para and meta, right. This one is ortho, this one is meta, this one is para, right. Ortho, meta and para, right. So when we are using toluene here, at that time the chlorine, the we can say halogen, will either react or either go on ortho side, ortho position, or either in the para position, okay. As you can see, further for further halogenation, what we are doing for further halogenation, more halogen is used. At that time this chlorobenzene we have used, an excess of when Cl2 we have used. At that time what we are getting either ortho position, or you can say either para position, or you can say ortho chlorobenzene, right here, or here we can get para chlorobenzene, right. And as I have already told you, the function of Lewis acid is to carry the halogen, or it is also called halogen carrier, right. And one more thing, which is a very important for this, is if we are using toluene instead of benzene, okay, then we will get a mixture, okay. We will make a mixture of ortho and para chlorotoluene, okay, as we have seen right here. When we will see, we are getting what, you can see, mixture of ortho, not this one here, mixture of ortho chlorotoluene and mixture of para chlorotoluene we are getting here, right. So as you can see, if toluene is used instead of benzene, a mixture of ortho para benzene and ortho and para chlorotoluene is obtained. And since CH3 group is what, ortho and para directing, why, because this CH3 group is what, it is a ortho and para directing, okay. As you can see, one reaction is also given here, right. So I hope you have understood by the direct halogenation method, okay. Now next we will see, in the last class we have already discussed Sandmeyer reaction. So in the now we will see Gattermann reaction. So Gatterman, when we talk about the Gatterman reaction, so this actually haloarenes are particularly when we talk about this Gatterman reaction. Haloarenes, particularly chlorobenzene or bromobenzene, are prepared by this Gatterman reaction. Okay, and which is we can also call that this is a modified version of modification of Sandmeyer reaction. Okay, this is what it is, a modification of Sandmeyer reaction. Now, what is happening in this reaction? In this reaction, as you can see, in this reaction, a mixture of freshly prepared copper powder, okay, in presence of HCl or HBr is used, and we can get the yield which is around 40%. As you can see here, what we are getting, first of all, as you can see what we have got here, what, chlorobenzene here, right? Here we have got chlorobenzene. Now after this, what will happen when it will react with we can say when it will react with this Cu, copper powder, or HCl, so it will form like this, or you can say or you can take like this also. Let me write it here, okay, then only you can understand, you will understand carefully. So if we are using here, as you can see, if we are using here a diazonium salt, okay, benzene diazonium chloride, okay, in the last class we have, I hope we have discussed about this, right? So when we are using benzene diazonium chloride in presence of copper Cu or heat, so copper or copper powder on HCl, what we are getting chlorobenzene, and this N2 will come out here, right? As you can see, this one, if in the if we are using HBr here, the same case is here. This it will form bromobenzene, and N2 will come out from here, right? So I hope you have understood this. Always keep in mind that if there is, always remember that if there is Cu2 or and HCl, okay, at that time the reaction will be Sandmeyer, okay, Sandmeyer. Always remember, sand will be, if Cu2 HCl is there, then always remember that there is a Sandmeyer, right? Here if it is, here if it is Cu2 HCl. Now if there is CuHCl, if there is CuHCl, then it is, always remember that it is a Gatterman reaction, okay. So this is the basic difference. Here Cu, here Cu. If Cu2 is there, then always remember that the reaction is Sandmeyer, and if it is Cu only, then it is a Gatterman reaction, okay. So I hope you have understood what is Gatterman reaction. Now next is what, from silver salt of aromatic acid, or we can say Hunstücker reaction, okay, for this. So like alkyl bromide, or here aryl bromide can also be prepared by refluxing the silver salt of aromatic acid with bromine in carbon tetrachloride, okay. As you can see, one example is given here. Let me write like this so that you will understand carefully. Suppose we are using here silver benzoate, okay. If we are using here, suppose we have this, let me draw it a little bit smaller, okay. Wait, let me draw it a little bit smaller. Suppose we have here, this one is suppose this one is our C double O A G, okay. Suppose this one is our silver benzoate, and if it is reacting with this Br2, okay, if it is reacting with Br2, okay, in presence of if CCl4, in presence of CCl4, in presence of CCl4, okay. So what we will get, we will get bromobenzene, okay, like this we will get bromobenzene, okay, and CO2 will come out from here, we have discussed about this, and AgBr will come out like this, right? So this is what, this is a Hunds-Zucker reaction for silver salt of aromatic acid, okay. Now next we will see some of the important reaction, which is replacement by Cl or OH. So it is very easy. What we are here, chlorobenzene is heated at around 350 degree Celsius under a pressure with caustic soda phenol is formed. As you can see, chlorobenzene is here in presence of NaOH at 603 Kelvin at 200 atm. What we are getting? We are getting an intermediate here. Then after that, this H will come and it will attack to this O, and this Na will come out from the reaction. Okay. Now next is replacement by methoxy group. So it is also same. We have discussed about ether, right, in the last class. So leave it out. Leave this one. Amino group also. Now next is reaction with sodium. So this is very important for your exam point of view. So when we talk about the reaction with sodium, at that time what we are doing, we are using alkyl halide when heated with the sodium in presence of dry heater give what? Diaryls. Okay. As you can see, the reaction is called, this reaction is called what? Wittig reaction. Okay. What we have seen here, you see here, what we are using here, 2-chlorobenzene we are using here, right, in presence of sodium. Okay. And ether, what we are getting? We are getting this. Okay. So what we can basically, what we can say, when a mixture of aryl halide, okay, 3 and alkyl halide is heated with sodium in presence of a dry ether to give alkyl derivative benzene, which is called Wurtz-Wittig reaction. Okay. So I hope you are understanding this. Okay. So as you can see here, it is what we are using here, chlorobenzene, right? So this chlorobenzene, as, as you can see here, chlorobenzene here, it is reacting with sodium in presence of CS3Cl to give what? Toluene. Okay, plus 2NaCl. So this type of reaction is called what? Wurtz-Wittig reaction. Okay. So I hope you have understood this. Now reaction with magnesium. So when we talk about the reaction with magnesium, we are using here bromo or iodoarin. Okay. Form Grignard reagent. Okay. After the formation of Grignard reagent, when the ethereal solution is treated with magnesium, okay, chloroarines from the forms Grignard reagent only if the reaction is carried out by ditetrafuran, means THF. So as you can see here, what is this? This is what our aryl bromide, okay, or we can say bromoalkene and bromobenzene, right? So it is reacting with this magnesium, so to form what? Phenyl magnesium bromide. Okay. As you can see here, this one is again chlorobenzene reacting with magnesium in presence of THF to form what? Phenyl magnesium chloride, right? So I hope you have understood this. Now reaction with benzene ring, when we talk about the reaction with benzene ring, at that time we can see the chlorine group in chlorobenzene is ortho para directing. Okay, as I have already told you. However, because the steric hindrance at ortho position and para position usually predominate over the ortho product. Okay. And the benzene ring undergo the halogenation, nitration and sulfonation, which is electrophilic substitution reaction. About this I have discussed previously, right? Now next is what? Halogenation, nitration, sulfonation. Yes, this one, Friedel-Crafts reaction. So when we talk about the Friedel-Crafts reaction, here what will happen, you see what we are using here. We are using, suppose, chlorobenzene, and this chlorobenzene is reacting with the methyl chloride, okay, in presence of anhydrous what? AlCl3 to give what? 2-chlorotoluene. As you can see, 2-chlorotoluene and 4-chlorotoluene. As I have already told you, right, it will either go on the ortho. CS3 will is predominating what? It is either ortho and para directing, right? This is what this is. CS3 is what? Ortho or para directing, right? So when you will see the product, as you can see, the product is, this one is what? This one is ortho position, right? This one is meta position and this one is para position, right? Or meta, ortho, meta and para. So as you can see, when this CS3 is either directing to ortho position or it is directing to para position. Okay. So as you can see, this type of reaction is called what? Friedel-Crafts reaction. Okay. So one more example is given. As you can see, CS3Cl COCl. So in presence of AlCl3, the product will be same. Either this one COCl3 will go on the ortho position or it will go on the para position. Okay, as you can see here. So I hope you have understood this. Now next is, now this one, yes, after that we will see, you can see that this one, halogenation. when we talk, we have already discussed about halogenation, right? As you can see, it will, chlorine will either go on the ortho position or it will go on the para position. So it will help you in the solving the question. In some question you have seen, right, they used to give the reactant only and you have to find out the product. So at that time it will be easy for you to find out the product. Okay, now nitrogen is also same. As you can see, NO2, this NO2 will go on the either on the ortho position or in the para position. Okay, now when we are talking about the sulfonation, so it is again sulfonation, SO3H, it will either go on the ortho position or it will go in the para position, as you can see here, right? So I hope you have understood this, right? So this was all about haloalkenes and haloarenes. Okay, so from the next class we will discuss alcohol. Okay, till that, if you have any doubt, you can send me, you can tell me in the comment section. Okay, till that, thank you.